The architect of skylines was now a prisoner in a single room. The doctors were blunt. Without a transplant, his time was borrowed, and the interest rate was fatal. His name was added to the national donor list, a list he had never given a second thought to. Suddenly he was just a number, a statistic waiting in line. The irony was suffocating. The man who scoffed at handouts, who believed in pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps, now found himself in a position of complete and utter dependence. His survival rested entirely on the generosity of a stranger, the very concept he had spent a lifetime belittling. His wealth, his influence, his entire empire, it was all useless. He couldn't buy a kidney. He couldn't build one. He could only wait and hope for an act of charity, an act of grace from a world he had so long held in contempt. As days bled into weeks and weeks into months, despair began to set in. Each phone call that wasn't from the hospital was a fresh wave of disappointment. The world outside his window kept moving, building, living, while his was grinding to a halt. His reflection in the darkened window was a ghost, pale, gaunt, haunted. This wasn't the powerful Arthur he knew. This was a man broken by his own biology, humbled by his own fragility. He would lie awake at night, the memory of that young woman, the one he had so casually dismissed, replaying in his mind. He could almost hear his own cynical words echoing in the sterile silence of his room. The weight of his past indifference was crushing him, a far heavier burden than his failing health. It was a brutal, slow-motion dismantling of a man's entire belief system, leaving him with nothing but the terrifying realization that his life was no longer in his hands.